Now time for the 7 things you'll be talking about today. Number 7.
All right, guys, it's time to accept this. Elections have consequences. Former President Donald Trump now is President-elect Donald Trump. He decisively won Tuesday's election over Vice President Kamala Harris, pledging a second administration focus on mass deportations, high tariffs, and appointments of prominent allies. Ooh, it sounds so ominous and scary. He's going to enact his agenda. Trump referred to his second term as the Golden Age. Trump, who campaigned on cultural concerns as much as policy, plans to elevate a billionaire Elon Musk and vaccine skeptic Robert F. Kennedy. Whoa, scary stuff. I mean, they're really trying their best here to make you scared of this. Here's what he's going to focus on. Economic policy. But boy, oh boy, there are a lot of people out there not handling this very well.
Number 6.
Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell, a Republican out of Kentucky, pledged to preserve the filibuster and not pack the Supreme Court. I wonder if he picked up the phone and told Donald Trump all of this. Despite calls, including some on the phone, to do so from some Republicans, the end of the filibuster and packing the Supreme Court not going to happen. Democrats plan to do so if they won, but it doesn't really appear that that's what's going to happen here. That's good. That's good. McConnell ensured a 60-vote threshold remains for significant Senate actions, even as he's stepping down as GOP leader, and emphasized that a Republican majority would keep the guardrails, that's a quote, against changing Senate rules to achieve partisan goals. Here's an alternative idea. End the filibuster, pack the Supreme Court. Democrats wanted to do it. Republicans should do it. I mean, they wanted to do it. Why not us?
Number 5.
When they aren't crying on cable news or screaming into their phones over President-elect Donald Trump's election victory, grifters who supported Kamala Harris seethed with disappointment. So very sad. Denying the first black female president. Despite Harris's historic, I'll put that in quotes, candidacy, her gender wasn't a major factor for many voters, and her support among women was slightly lower than Biden's in 2020. I guess women are misogynist too. Okay, so it undercuts this sort of the entire narrative. There's also racial grifters galore out there. Those racial grifters, like underemployed Roland Martin, is asking black men who voted for Trump, what's your black agenda? Bro, the agenda is a better economy and a better America for everyone.
Number 4.
Speaking of people who will one day be grifters, the mayor of the city of Birmingham, an incoherent, rambling, be nice here, Birmingham Mayor Randall Woodfin expressed a mix of shock and resilience following Kamala Harris's concession in the numbskull, there you go, I'll say it, in the 2024 presidential election, with a rambling word salad befitting the loser, Vice President Kamala Harris, after Donald Trump won both the Electoral College and the likely popular vote. Reflecting on Birmingham's civil rights legacy, which if you're the mayor, you definitely want to highlight that, Woodfin urged citizens not to dwell on the loss, but to harness their community strength to continue fighting for justice and equality. He encouraged continued optimism, calling for collective efforts to build a brighter future for the next generation. But as usual, said nothing. And what he did say, it was stupid. So, hey, Mayor Randall Woodfin, you just keep on going, buddy.
Number 3.
Special counsel Jack Smith is reportedly in discussions with the Justice Department on ending his prosecutions of President-elect Donald Trump, citing department policy that bars criminal prosecutions of a sitting president. Okay, that's one way to look at it. There's also the idea that the cases, including a federal election subversion charge and an appeal over classified documents, were impacted by a recent Supreme Court ruling granting partial immunity to presidents. Okay, so we're going to stop this? So the election's over, and we've decided the lawfare is not necessary. Okay, we're going to go with the truth here. Okay, the lawfare is not necessary and it didn't work. Okay, I'm good. Like, here's another alternative idea for you. Maybe they're worried about what's going to happen when President Donald Trump gets in charge of the DOJ and enacts his own lawfare. Could that be it?
Number 2.
President-elect Donald Trump, who keeps coming up in these today, tells you, hey, I won. Okay, we'll hear from him later on. We heard from Kamala Harris. We'll get to that in a bit. But here's what happened in Alabama. President-elect Donald Trump won Alabama by a record 30.6 percentage points over Vice President Kamala Harris, securing the state's 9 electoral college votes and marking his largest victory margin yet in Alabama. I like that the word yet. Like I use that like there's going to be a third one. I don't know. Trump's likely popular victory reflects key voter concerns, especially around inflation, which he successfully capitalized on as a central issue. Exit polls showed significant gains for Trump among lower income and non-college educated voters, including a notable shift among Hispanic voters, indicating racial and income-based divides in support. Democratic turnout also lagged. So sad. So sad.
Now, time for the number 1 thing you'll be talking about today.
With totally macho real football coach and Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and her masculinity redefining husband Doug Emhoff crying in the crowd alongside hundreds of blubbering women. Vice President Kamala Harris conceded the election. Speaking at her alma mater, Howard University, which is kind of fitting, seeing how she failed the bar a bunch of times, too, after going to Howard. She encouraged supporters to continue, quote, the fight for democracy, end quote, showing that she had learned nothing. This is gibberish. Despite the outcome, she emphasized her commitment to ideals like freedom, opportunity, and fairness. She urged Americans, especially young people, good Lord, this is like, you want to know how I lost? And then she just runs through how she lost. Especially young people, to stay engaged and resilient in pursuing a better future. Harris also promised to support a peaceful transition of power, as if she has a choice. Hey, Vice President, why don't you go back to your house and go back to doing what you were doing before Joe Biden dropped out of the race? Nothing. That's all you have to do. But she will support a peaceful transition of power. She's reached out to President-elect Trump to congratulate him and offer her assistance in the transition. Senate losing United States Senator Chuck Schumer, the Democrat of New York, declared the Harris platform will live on, but like most of the things associated with the Harris campaign, that is an obvious and pathetic lie. So I wouldn't put too much stock in anything that's being said here because it's stupid. Okay? And if you'd like to weigh in here, you, of course, may do so. Right there, scoutpestcontrol.com, WVNN, hot take text line. Jump in right there and join us. We will appreciate you there. And big thanks to our friends over there at 2 Men in a Truck for bringing you the 7 things you should be talking about today. Here's how we thank them for that. We tell you everything that they are doing. Look, they have what's known as the grandma rule. Treat everyone the way you'd want the grandma to be treated. They have 2 Men a Truck and so much more, and they're ready to send one of their teams out to help you make your next move. Whether it's near or far, you're moving out of the White House to California or from Mar-a-Lago to the White House. It doesn't matter. 2 Men in a Truck, they can make that move simple for you. Let them help you today. 2 Men in a Truck, Huntsville.com. They're on top of this for you. They want to help you today. And when you talk to these guys at 2 Men in a Truck, make sure you tell them Dale Jackson sent you.
Get WVNN's Dale Jackson's 7 things you should be talking about today right in your email box every morning. Go to yellowhammernews.com and sign up today.